Does Jamie know something we don't? Is Jamie hedging his bets? Jamie's a smart guy. Jamie Dimon's over at WEF, World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. And so everybody's outside with their heaters around them and their fancy puffy coats. And a lot of them go on CNBC and Bloomberg and, Fox Business. I think Fox is there. I'm not positive this year. But anyway, he goes on CNBC and he says this. And by the way, you got to look at the reporters because they're like, seriously? And now it's making the rounds on social media and people are like, seriously? Did the head of America's largest bank, which by the way just killed it last quarter, mega profits, did he really say this? You bet he did. Watch.
When people say MAGA, they're actually looking at people voting for Trump and they think they're voting, and they're basically scapegoating them, that you are like him. But I don't think they're voting for Trump because of his family values. Now, if you look, just take a step back, be honest. He was kind of right about NATO, kind of right about immigration. Mm-hmm. He grew the economy quite well.
China virus.
Tax reform worked. Mm-hmm. He was right about some of China. I don't like what he did.
No, I said China virus.
Yeah, I understand. He may have been right. And I don't like how he said things about Mexico. I don't like, but he wasn't wrong about some of these critical issues. And that's why they're voting for him. And I think people should be a little more respectful of our fellow citizens. And when you guys have people up here, you should always ask the why. Not like it's a binary thing. You're supporting Trump, you're not supporting Trump. Why are you supporting
It's hard to hate
Trump?
75 million of your fellow Americans. And
I agree.
It's done crazy.
And, the Democrats have done a pretty good job with the deplorables, hugging onto their Bibles and their beer and their guns. I mean, really? Can we just stop that stuff and actually grow up and treat other people with respect and listen to them a little bit? And I do think the economy will affect. And I think this negative talk about MAGA is going to hurt Biden's election campaign.
Yeah.
That took a lot of courage, you guys. That took some guts. And he's going to get a lot of pushback. A lot. Remember like the last guy that went on CNBC and said, hey, Donald Trump, his policies aren't all that bad. I think he's kind of good. I remember Kevin Plank doing that. Kevin was the CEO of Under Armour. Great guy. Started as a little tiny small business, like in his parents' garage, and grew it into Under Armour to rival Nike. And you know what? Kevin went down hard because the left was like, don't you dare. So now the question is, what do they do to Jamie? I mean, I don't think Jamie will suffer the same fate because he is a little bit of a different clientele, so to speak. I mean, Under Armour is a little different. It's in the sports world, and it's very, very woke over there in the sports world. And Nike was like, ha-ha, we got you. We got you now. Jamie Dimon's just talking common sense. It's been my point all along. Like, at some point, you got to think about the country you're in, the economy you have. How do you grow it? By the way, for everyone. Let's make the pie bigger for everyone. But most especially for the people that are here. And you can't do that by just opening up the floodgates and saying, hey, come one, come all, and we're going to give you free this, free that, free this, free that, and then have no idea who's here. At some point, to quote Margaret Thatcher, you run out of other people's money. And inherently, that is the problem with socialism.